Hello LCR, here I am outside the church because this Sunday is our soft reopen. Orange County and Huntington Beach are now in early phase 3, and so part of early phase 3 is our soft reopening of the church. So let me tell you what it's going to look like if you come. You're going to come to the courtyard here, and as we walk into the church, there are going to be 2 tables. We're not going to have any of the outside materials we normally have to collect newspapers. There isn't going to be any coffee or donuts. There's going to be 2 tables, and on the first table, you're going to find hand sanitizer to sanitize your hands. Next to this hand sanitizer, disposable masks if you didn't bring one, but we'd encourage everyone to bring a mask that they're comfortable with. And then next to the masks, you're going to find pre-packaged wafers, and then next to the wafers, pre-packaged wine. You're going to take each of those, and then you're going to walk in the church. Now, you're going to see 2 signs. Here we are right by the door here. You're going to see 2 signs on the door. One sign's going to say, please put on a mask beyond this point, something like that. The second one's going to say, please maintain social distance within the space. If you're coming back to church on Sunday, obviously family groups can sit together, but individuals and families need to be at least 6 feet apart. You'll come into the church here, there's not going to be any bulletins. If you're coming to the first service, we have a downloadable bulletin that you can read at home, or you can print out yourself, or you can read on your device at church, but there will be no bulletins for either service. Right over here, the stairway up to the balcony, no one will be allowed up on the balcony except for staff because of the requirements we have to broadcast, and the staff required to broadcast the services means we can't have people up there. So both services, the 8:30 service, the liturgy, and the 10 o'clock will now be included and broadcast. Now we come into the church here, look at this, we have a lot of seating. We are not going to tell you where to sit if you come to church on Sunday. We trust that you're smart enough to figure out how to sit 6 feet apart from someone else, but there is one restriction, so I'm going to take you up here to the front. The one restriction we have is because we had a small group of people sign up for in-person service, and because both of our broadcasts of services will include music from the front from uncovered faces, we need to have at least a 25-foot barrier between where people are sitting and where anyone may be singing. It's a precaution that I think is necessary unless we end up putting up some plexiglass in the front. So the first 5 rows of the church, we're asking nobody to sit in those, and we'll have that marked off. But otherwise, you can sit anywhere you want, and this will be our soft reopen. So just to remind you, when you walk in the parking lot, there will be no wagon for newspapers. There will be nothing outside except for 2 tables. The first table will have hand sanitizer, disposable masks for those who may have forgotten. Next to that will be pre-packaged elements for communion. Communion will be taken from your seat. So if you're at home watching this, you can take communion at home. When we get to communion in the church, you will simply take communion from your seat. And then we will have a place for you to dispose your materials after the service. Once you come inside, no one's allowed to sit in the balcony. There will be no bulletins. If you're coming to the first service, please check the email and either download it or print it yourself. And when you come inside, the first 5 rows are going to be closed just for a barrier in case any aerosols are going to be spread. Otherwise, you can sit anywhere in the church with masks and socially distanced from one another. Finally, we will not be taking an offering. Offering plates will be available in the narthex for you to drop your envelope or your cash or whatever. A great way to support the church is through online giving, and then we don't have to have any of the transaction of materials that way. But if you're going to bring your offering, you can leave it in the narthex in the offering plate, and we will not collect and pass during the service. So Orange County is in phase 3, soft reopen, and early phase 3 is what they're calling it. And we're in early reopening of our church, and I think it's going to be an exciting way for us to get back to worship. But it's just the first step. I think we're hearing that maybe over the next 18 months, we could be having various lockdowns, face coverings. So, this is going to be a long haul, and we want to make sure that we're taking proper precautions. So we'll see you either online Sunday or in church on Sunday for our soft reopening of Lutheran Church of the Resurrection. God bless you.